Okay, dear students, I do hope that nobody is against the fact that all the lectures will be all the lectures, and then we have after every lecture we have some discussion maybe. So everything will be recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube because not everybody now has possibility to follow us according to timetable. Maybe somebody doesn't have electricity, so everything will be recorded, everything will be uploaded to YouTube. The plan for today. Okay, let's begin with introducing myself. I'm Professor Pavlo Brin. I will deliver you the course Fundamentals of Management. Actually, according to timetable, it is written like Basics of Management. I will check. I will speak with Valery Nikolaevich Kobylev. Why it is so? Because all previous times the course was entitled as Fundamentals of Management, but okay, let it be like this. Some students know me because I have contacted them during the process of submitting documents to our university last year. Who doesn't know me? Okay, I have been working at our department, at the Department of Management, for approximately 20 years, and I also the Erasmus coordinator. So if you have any questions regarding the process of internationalization, it is also possible to ask me all these questions. But after the main questions regarding the lecture. During this course, I will deliver you the information how to manage people, processes in your organization, how to create strategy, how to create organizational system, how to motivate staff, and how to check the results of the activity. Actually, regarding the our communication, I will deliver lectures for you. All the lectures will be recorded. All the lectures will be uploaded to YouTube. Sometimes we will have discussion, and during this discussion, it will be some maybe questions, and students can get some bonus points. But from me, you will have only bonus points, but the main grade will be delivered you by my assistant, Maria Dmitrievna Fischi. So she will meet you once for 2 weeks, so twice a month. And during practices, I hope that you will be able to solve all the organizational problems regarding the grades. Also, all the presentations will be uploaded to our common folder. I will send you the link just after the lecture, and in this folder you will find the first lecture, the progress file. Actually, I think not now progress file, because I don't have the list of the students. This progress file will be made by Maria Dmitrievna. And also, okay, my presentation is prepared not like in the form of only pictures and that's all, but there are a lot of text at my presentation, so it is like the text of lectures. So it is completely enough to have to get a 5A 100 grade. But if you want to read something more, or if you don't understand something in English, maybe I will upload the book in your native language. It is the same book. I have it in English and in Russian, and you will be able to read it and maybe to find some additional information and maybe answer the questions if you have one. We have our subject 2 semesters. During the first semester, we are speaking about the history of management, the internal environment of management, the external environment of management, and some important points as power, as communicating process, and etc. And during the second semester, we are speaking about functions of management, the activities which must be performed by the manager. Who is the manager as a person? We will discuss this problem, not problem, okay, but the question point just after the short introduction. You can address me like professor or Professor Breen. It's completely enough. If you have any questions, you are welcome to ask it in our chat. The only point which I'd like to ask you, please don't send me private messages. Okay, maybe only if you feel that it is something really special. Only in this day, please write me private messages. Why it is so? Because I will set our chat in mute mode, so you are welcome to send messages in our chat whenever you want. And I have a baby, so please don't disturb me with private messages during the night time after 8 p.m. and before 9 a.m. And you're welcome to send messages in our chat whenever you wish. So it will be our right. So please, it is the rule for everybody. Please set this chat regarding fundamentals of management in mute mode. So we will share the information without disturbing anybody else. Okay, now the introduction is over and I'm waiting for your questions. Okay, I see somebody has Anna.
No, it was a question. It's excellently. I've done it excellently. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so I'm sharing my presentation, the first presentation. Dear students, do you see my presentation now?
Yes.
Okay. So today I'd like to present you what is management as a piece of human knowledge, and I'd like to present you all the tasks which were set by me for myself to prepare you as a future managers. Let it be like this. So, what is management generally? Generally, in English, we have only one word. even 2, but 3 words. In Ukrainian we have management, in Ukrainian we have управління, and in Ukrainian we have керування. Actually, all these words are synonyms. Actually, if you read some books, you can find some very small differences between управління and керування. For me, it is totally equal. And they are totally equal to management, just because management came from English language, and that's all. So, what is management? So we can say that management is the process of planning, organizing, motivating, and controlling in order to formulate and attain organizational objectives. In this definition, we are finding, okay, this definition is provided according to Fundamentals of Management, this main book of our course written by Meskan, Albert, and Hidauri. So in this definition, you can find 4 main activities of a manager. So the first is planning. We have to, a manager has to create a strategy for a company, has to create a plan for a company, let it be like this. Then he or she has to organize people. So if speaking in very simple words, the manager, okay, at the stage of planning, he or she has to decide what should be done, I mean tasks, and the future objectives, the future statement for the company. Then at the stage of organizing, the manager should say, okay, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. So by this, the manager is assigning some tasks to be done by subordinates. Certainly in practice, it is done not like this, not like in my example, but now in my simple example, I'm consciously simplifying the process just to create for you general understanding what is management. Then manager at the stage of motivating, he or she has to explain why subordinates have to follow him or her. It means a manager must provide some incentive. Actually, I don't like the word must, and general, the general rule of English is to avoid this word. It's better to say have to or should or something like this. But in this very case, you have to understand that as you are a manager, you must provide an incentive. Because without an incentive, nobody would work for your company. And incentive, it means побудительный мотив. It could be positive, some salary, some benefits, etc. Or it also could be negative. And during the lectures regarding motivating, actually, it is the most lovely part of management. I like it. We will speak about more than 10 theories of motivating, and we will discuss how to set the correct incentive for everybody, basing at personal characteristics. And after all, a manager should check if the objectives are attained, if we can implement the strategy, If all the tasks set during organizing is done, if the motivating system are working properly, if all the incentives are correct, it is the main task of controlling. And generally, the management as a piece of human activity is about all these four main activities: about planning, about organizing, about motivating, and about controlling. And during our course, we will speak about these very four functions of management, these four very activities. I'd like to provide you very interesting, for me, interesting definition of management provided by Follett, who defined management as getting work done through others. It means you as a future manager, as future managers, you will do nothing by your hands, but okay, maybe you will type something on your PCs, but generally you will work not by your hands, but by your brain. And if you are a good manager, it means that you are able to organize other people to perform some activity. If you are able to do it, only then it is possible to say that you are a good manager. And dear students, I'm really sorry about my English. You know, I have 3 months break, summer, and sometimes I'm listening to myself and I find some mistakes, maybe with articles. I forgot to add s after some verbs. I'm sorry, it's only because of his break. I think in 2 or 3 weeks it will be completely okay. So I'm sorry about my mistakes, but I do hope that you will help me to improve my English during short time, because it is very important. If you know language, it's connected not only with English, but with any language. If you know language, you have to communicate using this language, because it takes very short time to forget some phrases, some words, etc. So I'm sorry, but I know my mistakes, so I'm trying to improve it. And in our culture, when you say a manager, usually somebody think about a salesperson, a person who are calling somebody and say, okay, would you buy our product? Would you buy our services? It's not a manager. It is a salesperson. And manager is the person who manages people and processes. And the manager is the person who is using the function of management: planning, organizing, motivating, and controlling. And in Ukrainian, okay, manager це не той, хто продає, це керівник. Ну, я так не дуже часто чую це слово управлінець, але дуже важливо, щоб ви от прямо зараз провели для себе таку черту, що менеджер – це не той, хто щось намагається продати, це той, хто керує процесами та персоналом для того, щоб досягти певних цілей. Okay, it is very important. The second key point, that manager is not equal to entrepreneur. Okay, I will translate some words. Maybe if I think that the word is a little bit rare using, I will try to translate it. Entrepreneur means підприємець. Entrepreneur is a person who takes the risks of the business. He is the owner of the business. So if I want to run some business, I am an entrepreneur. And sometimes entrepreneur could be also a manager, but an entrepreneur could invite a manager to manage his or her business. But please be careful that these words are not synonyms, completely not synonyms. And the main difference is that what can be lost by a manager. Maybe some reputation, maybe some piece of benefits, some extra benefits, because you know that the salary usually consists of two parts, the basic salary and some points. So a manager can lose some extra salary, but an entrepreneur could lose everything, all property, if something goes wrong. What is the problem of big part of entrepreneurs is that they have good ideas, but they don't know how to manage it properly. And the fail of the business is connected not with bad ideas, but with poor management. And I do hope that after my course, and after not only maybe my course only, but after our program, if you have a business idea, you will have enough knowledge to convert it into money. And now I'd like to present you the main objectives, keeping in mind all presented. So after our course, I want you to be able, and I will help you to do it, first of all, to analyze the environment of the company. You know, to create a plan, you need some information, and this information must be gathered somehow, and during this process of gathering information, after the process, sorry, you have to systemize this information, and you have to conduct the analysis of internal and external environment. And it will be the first module of our course, so we will speak how to analyze all the internal factors of the company, and then we will speak how to analyze the most important factors around the company, how to analyze suppliers, how to analyze our clients, how to analyze rivals, and etc. Then, having got this result, it is possible to create a plan for a company. The plan for a company, the name, I mean the specialists in management, we name it as a strategy. And generally, the strategy consists of first mission statement. It is the purpose of existence of the company. Okay, and just it is interesting for me to listen for your ideas. What do you think? What is the main purpose of the company? Dear students, you are welcome to answer.
Do you mean business or just company? If we're talking about business, it's just for money, making profit.
Okay, but something is something. There is something which is more important than money. Actually, the money is the outcome of this
Join the needs
something.
of buyers.
Yes, great. So the general logical chain is the following: that if your company satisfies customer needs, actually not only needs, but the demand better than other companies, your product will be sold and you will get this money. And only then it is possible to be profitable. So a manager should think not like this: how could I get profit? How could I get profit? No, he or she has to think, how should I satisfy the need in the best way? How should I satisfy the need in the best way? And only if he or she managed to do it, it is only the way to be profitable. Maybe for now, for you, it is quite the same thing, but believe me, it's not the same. So if a company or a manager of a company thinks about profit but not about the needs of the customers, the strategy will fail. The strategy will fail because we are voting by our money. Voting, it means that when we are buying something, we are voting for the profitability of some company. Okay, so during our course, we will speak a lot about how to define the mission of the company, correct mission of the company, which includes everything. Then we will speak about the objectives because, for example, to increase profit, it's not the objective, but to increase profit in 100,000 hryvnias by the 1st January of 2023, with the help of entering the new market or providing the new product line. It is the objective. And we will speak about some rules how to create the correct objectives for the company. And also we will speak a lot about implementing of the written strategy, because you know the strategy is not like this, that you create some document, you put it on the shelf and say, okay, we have our strategy. No, you have to implement it and you have to change it every time. Then we will speak a lot about how to create structure of the company. And there are a lot of types of structures. And I will present the main types, the main 5 types of organizational structure. And I will actually show you positive and negative features of every of every structure, and I do hope that after these lectures you will be able to choose the appropriate structure for your company. Then we will speak a lot about motivating. We will speak a lot about incentives. And generally, we will discuss it interconnected with personality of the worker. There is no good and there is no bad incentives, but there are the best incentives for this very situation and for this very person. Because, for example, if you motivate some young person, so maybe for this very person it is better to have promotion or maybe better position or maybe some symbols of position like parking place closer to the entrance to the company. But if you are if we are speaking about some person who has a child and this person has to buy warm clothes because the winter is very close, it's better to provide some extra money, but not promotion. But if this promotion is not connected with extra money, because this person is thinking about he or she has some problems and he or she is thinking about this very problem. So first of all, we will discuss the personal characteristics of the workers, and then we will connect with these personal characteristics with appropriate incentives. And at the end of our course, we will speak about controlling function. And usually in our society, in any society, not in our society, but in any society, control is associated with some bad information. So nobody wants to be controlled because it's like cutting a little bit our freedom, And the main task of a manager is to deliver the information that manager wants to control the process, but not the people. So if everything is going well, so a manager doesn't need to know some particular things. And also we will speak that control as a function can be organized not only after the activity, it is only 1/3 of controlling function, but the controlling function also consists of preliminary control because something must be controlled before the process is began, and some actions must be controlled in parallel with the process. It means concurrent control, поточный контроль. And also we will speak a lot about models of decision making, because the result of your activity as a manager is decision making process, and the decisions is the result of your activity. And to finish the introduction to our course, I'd like to say that there is no correct answers in management, and there is no best way in management. Actually, it could be the best method for some situation. For example, can we say that the delivering lectures in Teams, remote delivering lecture is the best way of delivering lectures? No, I don't think so. I like live communication with students, but in these very situation which we have now, I mean, war in Ukraine and invasion of Russians to our territory, it is the only way to save lives of our students and our professors. So Maria Dmitrievna, when she set your grades, so she will try to evaluate not your pure, how to say, pure ideas, but your explanations of these ideas. And I forgot to say that during our course it will be some project, and actually, okay, you will discuss this project with Maria Dmitrievna. So at this point, my information for the first lecture is over, and I'm ready to answer to your questions. No questions. Okay, so I'm stopping